Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gemstone Yoga, brought to you by the Gemstone Wellness Collective. My name is Lexi, and today I am super excited. I have a quick 20-minute hip opening class for you where we will work our way up to lizard pose. I love lizard pose. It is great for everyone, and it's one of my favorite hip openers. And a little known fact about hip openers is that we tend to store a ton of tension in our hips, which I'm sure is not surprising. But within that tension, we also tend to hold a ton of stored emotions. So today, during class, I want you to really take in any emotions that arise. I want you to acknowledge those emotions with kindness and compassion versus any type of self-judgment or doubt. So, if you're ready, you don't need any props for class today. However, 2 blocks and a blanket will be great if you do have them lying around. If not, we'll make it work. All right, let's get started. You can go ahead and meet me on your knees on your mat. Feel free to throw a blanket underneath your knees if your knees are sensitive, or you can add it underneath your seat, between your feet and your seat, for some added padding if you so desire. Let's close our eyes really quick and just take a nice big deep breath in through the nose, filling the lungs, and exhaling, letting go any tension you may be noticing. One more breath in, quickly scanning the body for any obvious areas of tension, and breathing into those areas, hopefully releasing some of that. Let's do one more breath in together, and release, exhaling and open the eyes. Great job. We're going to sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, find length, breathe in, and bend towards the right. Getting a nice side body opening. Twisting the chest open towards the sky. Activating the core and just breathing. One more breath in. And release, come back to center, breathe in, find length, and exhale, bend towards the left, twisting the chest open towards the side, and breathe. Activating the core, really stabilizing here. One more breath in, and breathe out, come back to center, and release. Let's take a gentle twist. We're gonna take our left hand to our right knee. Right arm goes straight behind you. Breathe in, find length, and on the exhale, twist towards the right, looking over your right shoulder, maintaining length, just getting a nice gentle warm up for the spine. Let's take one more big breath in together, and release, come back to center, other side. Right arm, left knee, left arm behind you, breathe in, and twist towards the left. Breathe in. Breathe out, maybe twisting a little further with every exhale. One more breath in. And breathe out, come back to center. Great job. We're going to do a little bit of a wrist warm up just really quickly. So I want you to interlace your fingers and just slowly start to roll out your wrist one direction. We often neglect our wrist and we use them a lot. So let's give them a little love today. Go ahead and switch directions. I know it's super awkward when you do the other direction, but it feels pretty good. Great job. All right, go ahead and shake out your wrist. Now I want you to take your wrist, flip them so that your fingers are facing your knees. You can have them out in front of you. I'm going to turn towards the side so you can see me. And I want you to just kind of pulse back and forth here. Great stretch for inside the forearms. Find your edge and just kind of pulse there. Great job. Go ahead and flip your palms so that your tops of your hands are on the mat and your fingers are facing your knees, and do the same. Now this one's pretty intense, so just take it nice and slow. We'll only be here one more breath. Let's take it together. And release. Great job. Go ahead and Put your palms on the mat. Meet me in a tabletop position. We want our wrists underneath our shoulders, knees underneath our hips. Let's take a big breath in. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down, arching the back, pressing into the mat, finding our cow pose, arching the back. As we exhale, press away from the mat, round the spine, finding our cat pose, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Let's do this 2 more times together. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. And 1 more round. And breathe out. Great job. Come back to neutral. We're going to flex our feet, press our booty up and back towards the sky. You can walk your hands out, adjust as you need to, and begin to pedal out your feet. Finding our first downward dog of class. Breathing in, pressing the chest towards the thighs, letting our head and neck go. Trying to shake it yes and shake it no. Putting a micro bend in our arms so that we're not hyperextending or locking out. Come to stillness. You can raise up on your tippy toes if that feels good. Release your heels back to the mat. 2 more times. Tippy toes, back to the mat. Tippy toes, back to the mat. Great job. Let's look forward. Walk your feet towards your hands. Find your forward fold. You can put a big bend in your knees if you'd like. We're just going to be here for a moment, kind of dangling here. Swaying side to side, making sure we're not holding any weight in our head or neck. As we breathe, trying to straighten out our legs as much as we can, but just finding our edge and not going past it. Coming to stillness, bending our legs and slowly rolling up to a stand, vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders up, back and down, mountain pose. All right, let's move into our sun salutations. Sweep the arms up and forward fold. Halfway lift, neutral spine, forward fold. We're going to step our right foot back, low lunge, left leg meets it for plank, shift forward, and lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, wrap the shoulder blades back, press up through the palms, finding your cobra, and release back to the mat. Flex your feet, press back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Look forward, walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Find that forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Sweep the arms up and hands to heart center. 1 more time. Arms up and swan dive, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. This time let's shoot our left leg back. Low lunge, right leg meets it for plank. Shift forward, lower all the way down to the mat. Untuck the toes, roll the shoulder blades back, pressing up into cobra pose. Release back down to the mat, flexing the feet, pressing back, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Look towards the top of your mat. Walk your feet towards the top. Find that forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. Sweep the arms up and hands to heart center. All right, let's flow. Sweep the arms up and forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold. We're going to step back into a downward facing dog this time. Breathe in, breathe out. And when you just center your left foot, lift your right leg up and sweep your right leg through, planting that right leg in between your palms. Drop the left leg, untuck the toe, come up, crescent lunge. Squaring the hips, pressing forward, not letting the knee go past the toe. Shoulders are away from the ears. Breathing in and breathing out. 1 more breath in and 1 more breath out. Drop the hands to the mat. Plant the left palm on the mat. Right arm comes up, finding a gentle twist. Breathe in and breathe out. Release back to the mat. Untuck the toe, press up. Right leg meets it for plank, and we're going to flow through a vinyasa. So shift forward, lower halfway for chaturanga, slide forward, upward facing dog, thighs squeeze together, flip the toes, downward facing dog. Breathe in And breathe out. Great job. Let's move to the other side. Center your right foot. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Sweep that left leg through, planting it in between your palms. Drop the back leg, untuck the toe, coming up, crescent lunge. Breathing in. Breathing out. Again, squaring the hips, making sure your knee is not going past your toe, shoulders away from the ears, chest is open. And release down to the mat. Right leg, right arm plants into the mat. Left arm comes up, finding that gentle twist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left arm comes back to the mat. Untuck the toe. Left leg meets right for plank. Flow through your vinyasa. Shift forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, let's keep flowing. Left leg centers this time. Right leg lifts. This time I want you to bend your right leg, open up your hip, and try to drop that left heel to the mat as much as you can. You can make some circles here, really just getting that hip nice and open. Great job. Release that leg up, sweep it back through, planting it in between your palms. This time, we're gonna heel toe our foot to the edge of the mat. Right arm comes in the center, so it's on the inside of your foot, and we found our lizard pose. Now, couple options here. You're welcome to stay here. You can take blocks so that your forearms are resting. Totally fine. Excellent modification. You can also, if you have the accessibility and mobility, you can drop all the way to your forearms. Wherever you're at, honor it. We're going to be here for a moment, and then we'll move into a different variation of lizard. Squeezing that right leg into the right shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out. I want you to drop your back knee now, untuck the toe, and again, feel free to grab blocks here for your elbows and forearms if you need to. We'll be here just a couple breaths. Really acknowledging any feelings that may be coming up, any emotions, any tension you may be feeling. Just breathe into it all and then let it go. One more breath in. And release. Come up onto your hands. I want you to take your right palm, put it on your right inside of the knee, and then slowly roll to the pinky toe side of your right foot, coming into this kind of winged dragon version of lizard. This gets such a great kind of a glute hip opening. Can be kind of intense, so just take it at your own pace. One more breath in. And breathe out. Great job. Go ahead and bring that foot back. Untuck the toe, press back up. Right leg is going to meet left for plank, and let's flow through our vinyasa. Shift forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. One more side. Breathe in. And breathe out. Center that right foot, lift that left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that left leg, open up the knee, open up the hip. Go ahead and make some circles. Breathing in. Breathing out. Come to stillness. Release that arm back up. Sweep the left leg in, planting it in between your palms. Now we're going to heel toe that left foot to the edge of your mat. Left arm is going to come to the inside of the left foot. And we found lizard on the other side. You're welcome to stay here. Remember, you also have the option to add in blocks if this is more comfortable for you. Or you can come all the way down to the mat onto your elbows if this is where you're at. But again, it's your body, your practice, your yoga. Honor it. Squeezing that left knee into your left shoulder. Let's take 2 more breaths here together. And drop that back leg, untuck the toe. And again, you can add in blocks here. We're just gonna be here for another couple breaths in this modified lizard. Breathing into all the tension, breathing into any tightness, any gripping, any emotions that may be coming up, acknowledging them with kindness, compassion, curiosity, leaving all the self-judgment and doubt off your mat. Great job. All right, come on up onto your hands. We're gonna roll to the pinky toe side of that left foot. Left palm is going to come to the inside of the left knee, and we're gonna twist open to that winged dragon. Opening the chest towards the sky, breathing in. Breathing out. This is very intense, like I said, so just really take it at your own pace. Breathe in. And breathe out. Great job. Plant the hands back on the mat, untuck the toes, lift the back leg, left leg meets for plank, shift forward and flow through your last vinyasa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Great job, everyone. All right, let's go ahead and drop our knees to the width of our mat, toes together, sit back, come into a child's pose. Should feel really, really good on your hips after that nice hip opener. Feel free to keep your arms outstretched, or you can make a little pillow with your hands. And just take some deep clearing breaths here. Taking note of what's coming up, acknowledging it, and sending it on its way. Releasing anything that no longer serves you. Holding on to things that allow you to grow and evolve. Let's take 2 more breaths here together. And slowly come on up. Great job, you guys. All right, let's head into our finishing poses and we'll wrap it up for today. Go ahead and meet me on your seats, legs extended out in front of you. What we're gonna do is we're going to bring our left foot into our inner thigh. We're gonna come into Janushirsasana. So I want you to have that left foot on the inner thigh of your right leg. Find length. Flex that right foot. Find length. We're gonna grab our left knee with our right hand. Find length with our left hand. Breathe in. And bend and pull towards your right foot. Twisting the chest open. Breathing in. Breathing out. Great job. Go ahead and come on up. This time we're going to release the left arm, twist our chest towards so that we're facing our foot, and slowly begin to hinge at the hips, coming into a forward fold. One more breath in. And breathe out. Go ahead and come on up. Let's switch sides. Go ahead and extend that leg out. I'll face you. So we're going to extend the left leg out. Right leg comes in. Your foot should be on the inside of your inner thigh of the left leg. We're going to grab our right knee with our left hand. Extend that right arm up. Breathe in. And bend towards the left. Twisting the chest open towards the sky. Getting a nice bend. Two more breaths here. And come on up. Great job. Twist the chest, face the leg, and slowly hinge at the hips. Walk forward, find that fold. 2 more breaths here. And release. Come on up. Great job. Go ahead and meet me on your backs now. I'm going to come into a quick little bridge. Walk your feet in so that you can touch the heel with the tips of your fingers. I want you to press into the mat, press your feet into the mat, and then slowly begin to lift your hips, coming into a bridge. If you'd like, you can add a little bit more to this bridge by interlacing your fingers and coming up onto your shoulders. As we breathe in and breathe out. And go ahead and release, rolling down. Give yourself a big hug and extend your legs straight, coming into Shavasana. Really just let the effects of your practice soak in here and melt into the mat. Acknowledge any thoughts that may be coming up and greet them with kindness and compassion, sending away the thoughts that no longer serve you as we sit here and breathe together. As we come back into our awareness, go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes, flutter your eyes open, roll to one side, and meet me in a seated position with your hands at heart center. I want to thank you so much for practicing with me today and trusting me wherever you are at on your yoga journey. Until next time, be well, shine bright. Namaste.